Good to have you again. Still a good morning, Anambra. This time around discussion segment. What do we have to discuss? Recently, the state government decided to give attention to creative economy. It's one of the pillars, one of the aspects of development the state government decided to key into this time around. So we want to talk about it. How can the youth get into this? Is part of the discussion this morning. And whom do we have to do this? We have the Honorable Commissioner for Youth Entrepreneurship and Creative Economy. We are talking about Mr. Bona, Enemali. Bona, you're welcome.
It's a pleasure.
Honorable Commissioner, I would say welcome. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you here.
Yeah, good to have you.
We want to say congratulations to you, first of all, because I think you are the newest of the youth in Obiano's administration to be the commissioner. I want to say congratulations to that.
Thank you very much.
Are you so excited about that?
Yeah, very excited because youth are the game of the day. Youth are the game of the day because they have the highest population. Being that they have the highest population in Nigeria and one of the highest population all over the world, His Excellency Chief Dr. Willie Madabrochku Obiano has given a good stride, to ensure that they bring in youth in the administration of Anambra State to ensure that they are carried along in everything that is doing the decision making of the executives, and that is the right thing to do. Looking at the population aspect of it, in due course, we find out that they will be able to harness and find a better way to make Anambra State, a better place.
Good. We can see you are very bright as these whites address.
And perhaps you may be the youngest of the
youngest of them all.
And I should be the second youngest.
The second youngest.
Okay, after Mark.
That to see how great the governor is. In the history of Nigeria, Anambra State they have the highest youngest commissioner and the second youngest commissioner.
Okay.
And you will see the performance of this present government in the next 4 years.
Yeah.
Because of this, because the youth has the energy, they have the passion,
they have the capacity,
they have the speed. So, and almost all the commissioners, most of the commissioners in this present administration are youths.
Okay.
So
now let's go. Creative economy.
Yeah.
This is where the governor wants to really embark on this time around. Probably that's why you are now into it. Can you tell us a little bit about that creative economy? How will it yield economy in this state?
Creative economy, when people mention about that, many people in Nigeria don't understand what that means. But it has been on, from the beginning, because it's usually creative industry. So, but what is being called now is creative economy. So if you look at it, creative economy is basically to bring out the creative imagination of every individual. The film industry, even the technology is creative industry. Those that develop softwares are creative. They do it as a result of creativity. So the film industry, dancing, theaters, even culture. So theaters are all creative economy. So what the governor is looking at is now the youth have the massive capacity to bring up what they can do and who they are, because they have those creativity in them to ensure that it excels. So what does the government want to do, and what does this present government led by the Governor Willie Madabrochku Obiano want to do? What they actually want to do is just to ensure that those ideas, those hidden talents that Anambra youth has, are bring to bear and make Anambra youth economically independent. That is what we are trying to achieve.
Yes. Actually, we know that over the years, the governments have been able to put one or two things on ground, like this place that we're watching now. I think it's one of the skill acquisition centers where these youths are learning one or two things too.
That is bid making.
Yes, help them in life. And in the during the 19th and the 20th century, it was manufacturing. That was what built the economy then. Now that the developers are moving into creative economy to be, an engine room for the world economies. How do we harness this? By way of getting these people together, because I know that most of the people that you see in the film industry, they started from the streets. Do you have a place or plans how to get these guys from different nook and crannies of the state to gather them together and then harness this energy from them?
Yes, thank you. Next week, we are going to start in the Ministry of Youth and Equitable Empowerment. We are going to start skill acquisition tour. If you look at it, in all the local governments in Anambra State, there is skill acquisition center built by the federal government or the state government. So what we are trying to do that, to do the facilitator of all of them, know the ones that are functional and the ones that are not functional. And the ones that are not functional, what we need to do there is to ensure that they are functional. They equip them and set up the program, the skill training moving. Then the ones that are functional, we put in place the monitoring mechanism to ensure that those who are trained are monitored, and as well, we monitor to look at their business growth as well. That is the way we are going to do. And also, last week, we went to Chikokoli Center for Entrepreneurship Study. Is there in Oka in music?
Yes.
It's a very massive structure. Whole lot of equipments are there. They have good facilitators that can, good facilitators that can take care of all the training needs. But what we do is that what we discover that we find out that they are not using that facility to full capacity because of awareness. That is when we went there. We have a tour at the center, and the only thing we do next now is to get Anambra youth to go and assess the entrepreneurship center. There are skill acquisition center there as well.
Okay.
So what will happen is those who are disadvantaged will go to a skill acquisition center to learn a skill. Those who have the idea already will now go for entrepreneurship program there, which they have there. Then they learn, bring out that how to develop their business plan, give them how to do basic accounting and business management, and they grow from there.
Okay. If you're still watching us, there are numbers on your screen there. What you do is to call us and make your contributions or ask questions towards what you're talking about, a creative economy. Now, let me come to you. There are some youths who do not go to school, and they have talent. They have what they have their hands to do with. Like we saw there, the bead making and something like that. You see some girls are really getting involved in doing it. And there are also some people, they know how to sing. How do you intend to utilize these individuals and actually help them to really be somebody in life?
Okay. One, we're going to have the database of all the Anambra youth. We're going to start from there. We're going to have all the database of Anambra youth, employed and unemployed, with their level of academic qualifications as well. So, secondly, we're going to have a talent show. Anambra talent show will kick off any moment from within June, July.
Okay, let's see who is calling us.
Hello. Hello, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
I'm here. I'm watching this program.
Okay, your name and your location.
My name is Joseph C. Johnson. I've been in Anambra State.
Where in Anambra? Neni, okay. Go ahead.
Make a contribution there.
Yes. Well, I'm listening to this program concerning this our youth. Well, that place where the right say that our youth is lazy. Are you hearing me?
We are hearing you.
That place, you can't say everything. So there is some youth, some boys, they are lazy. For truth. Because I myself here, talking to you, I'm a hard worker. I'm a contractor, all this building work. So I'm from Delta State. My father is from Delta State. Why my mother is from Anambra, Abazana. But particular people, our youth went for Delta State, they are very lazy. if they come to that.
Okay.
It is true.
Okay.
Because some of them already there, they're not agree do hard work. They're not agree do work where they will get money.
Okay, for Delta State.
Yeah, from Delta State.
Okay. Okay.
What they like to do there is all this computer, all this Yahoo, what they do for there. To do 419.
Too bad.
To fraud people.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
That's
Thank
what
you.
we are trying to stop here in Anambra State.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well, he's talking about some youths who are lazy, but I believe the angle you're going, even those who are lazy, you are going to utilize whatever talents they have and improve on whatever they are doing.
Yeah. Every human being on earth has a hidden talent. But what the person needs is to identify it. And sometimes it needs somebody to help them to say, this is what you know how to do best. Then when you identify it, then you nurture it. When you nurture it, then you grow it. And it becomes the best. So I'm here today as a commissioner for youth empowerment because somebody sees a potential in me. Somebody sees a potential in me, and that potential, somebody nurture it and made me who I am today. But if nobody was able to identify it, I won't be where I am today. And because he emphasized that some of them, not that they are lazy, he said they are doing Yahoo. Yahoo is not something that somebody that is not intelligent can do.
Honest.
You will see that they are highly intelligent.
Yes.
What you do is bring them in, find a way to let them go into software development. Kill them into a software development and channel them into a certain direction. And they will become a better people.
They will actually.
And that's what we want to do. That is Delta State. But that's what we want to do in Anambra State. Because we know by the time this present government stay up to 2 years, many states will be coming here to learn how we do our own things.
Can you tell us a little bit what you said that happens in Obiokoli Center? What exactly can you really get to know?
Chikokoli Center for Entrepreneurship Center. Chikokoli Center for Entrepreneurial Study is a center for skill acquisition and training of entrepreneurs. The center has been there since 2007, but people have not taken advantage of the center to the full capacity.
So what happens there? That's what I want you to really explain
in the center, there is skill acquisition program there, tailoring, bead making, fishing, even mechanics. So because what they do there, that they partner with Nnamdi Azikiwe University. They partner with Nnamdi Azikiwe. Most of the program they don't have in the center, they take you to the university authority, the department, a certain department in the university, that they will train you and you come back to that center again to move on from there.
That's exactly what they do.
There are so many of such centers in Anambra State, apart from the federal government and state government centers. So what this government wants to do is to take advantage of the existing structure. We don't need to go and build buildings, to structures. There are all those in the federal government has, the state has. Take advantage of them, sensitize these youths, mobilize them, tell them the importance of those programs, and to become economically independent. Once they are economically independent, what that translates that there will be low rates of crime, people will be very happy, and even corruption will reduce.
And the economy will be
grow because most of them will begin to pay tax.
Now let's see, how do you get these people? Because I know that, just like I said earlier, that there's popular musicians and whatever, even the Nollywood actors and actresses, some of them started from the church and all the rest of things. How will you get to the grassroots, to the nook and crannies, to get these youths out? Because they are there, you don't know. Okay? What machinery will you put in motion to make sure that these people will get this message and then come to be trained at the acquisition centers?
Okay, before you answer that, let's see who is calling us. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Steve from Oka.
Sorry, we can't hear you.
You may need to
Can you
raise
speak
your
up?
voice, please. Okay.
What's your name, please?
Favor calling from Oka.
Okay, Favor calling from Oka. Go ahead.
How from some youth that have different skills and they want to meet up and want to communicate the Anambra State and creative economic team. How can we reach them? Because for those that have skill like in programming, fashion design and other things, how can we contact them and come to meet them?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
That's exactly what I asked him. So hold on.
Okay, hold on and see the answer. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. What we'll do is, favor, you can come to the Ministry of Youth Empowerment in Oka. So if you are not residing in Oka, go to your local government. There is an office of youth empowerment and creative. The youth empowerment and creative economic office is in all the local governments.
Okay.
It's not local. Go to the local government. Tell them this is what we want. But before then, we are going to have a robust website of the ministry that everybody. I mentioned earlier that we're going to have a database of all the Indian Anambra. So we get that database from the community leaders, youth leaders, traditional leaders in the whole communities. From then, we'll now build up the database that will begin to reach out to people. But the website, not everybody can access the website.
That's what I
Some
wanted
people
to say.
are not educated to access the website, but they can get the ministry through their local government headquarters.
Okay, and apart from those of them that were that you will engage in, skill acquisition centers, if any youth come up and really want to go through schools to be able to drive his ambition, do you have any platform for that?
The platform for that is there are scholarships.
Okay.
On ground, but for those who have done exceptionally well, scholarship cannot just be given to anyhow persons. So if the state government is giving a scholarship to the best student in secondary school, we know that if he's coming out, we are going to have them with the best physicians from Anambra State because of that person. So they can invest in that. It's an investment for the state.
Yes.
So you can invest for those who are highly intelligent by giving them a scholarship. And at the end, it comes back to the states. They come
back to the states, and that's how it used to be in those days.
Okay.
Okay. They will give you, some companies will give you what you call scholarship, and then you sign an agreement. You're going to work for them for maybe 9, 10, 15, 20 years before you'll be able to, be on your own. Perhaps if you apply something like that, it will get a long way to, strengthening our people. Because I used to tell them these days, those of you that think you can do anything, days are gone when you say, there are basically nothing you can do without, education now. Everything is going technological. So you need to get basic education. And you know that your ministry is a very important one, because according to the population managers, Nigerian population is bottom heavy. And that's the youth there. So you are controlling a very large number of people. How do they assess you? One interesting thing that His Excellency did. He knows those that are fit for work. That is why he brings the youthful commissioner for the youth. Because the energy is there, the speed is there, the capacity is there. So 24 hours. The person will be available to access. If you come to my office, for instance, it's open. People are trooping in. I come out because many of them don't know I'm the commissioner. They'll be expecting to see the commissioner to come out. But I'm bigger, bro. Yeah. So I listen to them. Why do you want to do it? Okay, what are your ideas? Because so many of them are coming for a job also. I say, there's no job. You can do something. Yes.
You can do something. Go and package your ideas, what you can do. Then find a way. How can government help you to grow up this thing, that all these your ideas? So we are accessible.
There's one other aspect of individual talents that is not well harnessed. We saw some people singing, dancers, and the rest of them. There are a lot of youths who are interested in that. There are youths who are talented in singing. So how do you intend to really get them involved? Because some of them said, well, I can't go to school, but I have the talent. I know I can sing. I know I can be a good dancer. Something like that. So how do you get...
In two ways, the basic education is free. In Anambra, primary school is free.
Yeah, it is.
So, and I keep saying, if you get free education from primary school, before you could finish primary 6, you'll be able to know how to read and write. Yes. So if you can read and write, you can do business anywhere in the world. So now, if you can read and write now and you're a singer or a dancer, so the government is actually trying to get, a film city. They call it a film village, but it's currently called a film city in Anambra State. So by the time the film city is on ground, start running, what will happen is that if you have any talent you have, go to the film city. Go to the film city, that is where the idea generation will come up. From the idea generation to the production level. You're free, just go there, bring up your idea, you see people that will work with you until you get the end of all you want to do. So all those things are what are in place. There are film cities that's going to be in this place. We are looking at to get entrepreneurship village in Anambra State as well.
Entrepreneurship
village. So what will be happening there?
What will be happening there is small companies, like a company that can produce this flower beds with 2 people, manual, and sell. So the company that can be produced, like the company that we are getting in touch with recently in India, they produce diapers, manual diapers that can sell at low price, that's 100 naira in 500 pieces, in 5 pieces, while the normal diapers you see is being sold for 500 naira. So if 10 youths can come up to form an alignment and synergize to get that machine, which will cost not up to 1 million naira, not more than 1 million naira to set it up. Then maybe in Oka here, and that people in another village again do that, and they can sell to people who are not financially capable to buy the 500 pad, as they call it, and use. I think is that they to go a long way. So, and also people that produce handkerchiefs. Small scale company that can they produce something. You go.
And you call it entrepreneur village. Is it going to be at a place or just it's located in different places?
Located in different places. You can have a major city in Oka or anywhere, but it will be in all the locations.
All the local governments.
All the local governments.
Okay. We are going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll continue with this. How you can assess the commissioner and all that you really want to be doing that will bring money into the state and also into your pocket. Stand by.